Tune into Sports 360 with Ahmed Hamad.
South Africa won the ICC World Test Championship, defeating Australia by 5 wickets in the ICC World Test Championship final at Lord's today. South Africa secured the most significant moment in their Test cricket history with the World Test Championship title. It was not without nerves. How could it be? But this time, there was no agony at the end. Aiden Markram took them to the brink with an epic 136, an innings that will go down as the country's most important in Test cricket, before the winning runs were driven through the covers by Verreynne to spark the celebrations. No longer was the 1998 ICC Knockout, with its various names and caveats, the only reference point for South Africa's global success. After so many near misses, they had a crowning moment. It will be a hugely popular victory too, as the underdog story so often is, and as part of wider narrative around the health of Test cricket outside the big three. This is the third ICC World Test Championship cycle. Yes, the first one was in 2021 when New Zealand beat India by 8 wickets. 2 years later, Australia were the winners, defeating India by a comprehensive 209 runs in the final. But now, in 2023 to 2025 ICC World Test Championship final, South Africa secured their 8th consecutive victory and above all, beating Australia in the final by 5 wickets, winning the title for the first time in 27 years. South Africa's journey through to the title is very emotional. They have 2 quarterfinals, 12 semi-finals, and 1 final so far. In the ICC Men's Cricket World Cup, they reached the semi-finals in the 1992 World Cup, then in 99, then in 2000, in 2015, and in 2023. So they reached semi-final of the ICC Men's Cricket World Cup 5 times. Twice they reached the quarter-final of the ICC Men's Cricket World Cup in 1996 and in 2011. They reached the final of the ICC Men's T20 World Cup once, which is in 2024, but twice in semi-finals in 2009 and in 2014. 5 times they reached the semi-finals of the ICC Men's Champions Trophy cricket tournament in 2000, in 2002, in 2006, in 2013, and in 2025. Altogether, the chokers South Africa reached 2 quarterfinals, 12 semi-finals, and 1 final. South Africa, who was set to chase a target of 282, the second highest at Lord, were 213 for the loss of 2 wickets at the third day's close of play, with Aiden Markram with his 8th century in Test cricket remain unbeaten on 102, and he was supported by Bavuma, the South African captain, who scored 65 not out, and they both put on 143 for the third wicket, the unbroken partnership for the third wicket that took them almost to the victory with just 69 runs more to be scored. But resuming at 213 for 2, South Africa lost their third wicket very early in the day. They lost their captain Bavuma for just 66. He could only add 1 run to his total and was out caught by Alex Carey off the bowling of his opposite number Pat Cummins. He made 66 of 134 balls, hitting 5 fours with a strike rate of 49. And the overnight 143 unbroken partnership for the third wicket between Bavuma and Aiden Markram ended at 147 of 250 balls. Bavuma contributed 66 of 134 balls and Aiden Markram 69 of 116 balls. Then South Africa have 2 little partnership, 24 for the 4th wicket of 69 between Tristan Stubbs and Aiden Markram. Tristan Stubbs 8 and Aiden Markram contributed 15. As they reached 241 in the 71st over, Tristan Stubbs was the 4th man to go, bowled by Mitchell Starc coming round the wicket, angling in, and Stubbs was clean bowled. Yes, he could only score 8, stayed at the wicket for 53 minutes, played 43 balls, but made only 8 runs. Then at 276, 6 runs short of victory. Yes, Aiden Markram departs. He made 35 with David Battingham for the fifth wicket of 63 ball. David Battingham made 19 and Aiden Markram 16 in that partnership. But as they total reached 276 in the 81st over, Aiden Markram, trying to finish the match, played a expensive shot, and Travis Head, fielding at square leg, took a blinder of a catch, and Aiden Markram was out of the bowling of Hazelwood. He made 136 runs, stayed at the crease for 383 minutes, faced 207 balls, hitting 14 fours with a strike rate of 65.70. South Africa need another 6 runs, and David Battingham and Kyle Verreynne took them over the line and they won the match by 5 wickets. They scored 282 for the loss of 5 wickets in 83.4 overs, with David Battingham unbeaten on 21 of 49 balls, and Kyle Verreynne, who was lucky, who was out caught behind, but Australia have no review left. That's why he was not given out by the umpire and he stayed at the wicket, remain unbeaten on 4 of 13 balls. For Australia, Mitchell Starc, 14.4 overs, 1 maiden, 66 runs and 3 wickets. Josh Hazlewood, 19 overs, 2 maiden, 58 runs and 1 wicket. Pat Cummins, 17 overs, 59 runs and 1 wicket. Nathan Lyon, 26 overs, 4 maiden, 66 runs and no wicket. Beau Webster, 5 overs, 13 runs and no wicket. And Travis Head also bowled 2 overs, gave away 8 runs without taking a wicket. So the summary of the ICC World Test Championship final is Australia, after being put into bat first, scored 212 runs in their first innings. They batted for 56.4 overs, and Beau Webster with 72 and Stephen Smith with 66 runs were the two significant scorers. For South Africa, Kagiso Rabada, 5 for 51, brilliant bowling performance, and he also surpasses Alan Donald as South Africa's fourth highest wicket taker in Test cricket. Marco Jansen was the other bowler. He bowled 14 overs, 5 maiden, 49 runs and 3 wickets. After taking advantage of winning the toss and putting Australia into bat first and restricting them to just 212, South Africa could not take the advantage while batting and were all out for 138 in 57.1 over, thus conceding a lead of 74. Only David Battingham with 45 and Temba Bavuma, the captain, with 36 were the significant scorers. For Australia, the captain Pat Cummins was the standout performer, capturing 6 for 28, while Mitchell Starc 2 for 41. With the 74 runs first inning lead, Australia could only score 207 in the second inning and batted only 65 overs. They were 73 for 7 at one moment, but thanks to a 59 and then 61 runs partnership for the 8th and 10th wicket, that enabled them to score 207 and setting South Africa a target of 282. With Mitchell Starc 58 and Alex Carey 43 were the significant scorers for Australia in their second innings. Looking at the South African bowling, Kagiso Rabada, who captured 5 for 51 in the first inning, captured 4 for 59, altogether 9 wickets in the match, and he was very well supported by Lungi and Gidi, who captured 3 for 38. South Africa in the second inning, chasing a target of 282, reached the target in 83.4 overs for the loss of 5 wickets, with Aiden Markram scoring his 8th century, 136 of 270 minutes, stayed at the crease for 383 minutes, hitting 14 fours, and he was very well supported by his captain Temba Bavuma, who made 66, and both put on 147 runs for the third wicket partnership that proved to be a match winning in the end. For Australia, Mitchell Starc 3 for 66, while Josh Hazlewood and Pat Cummins took 1 wicket each. Aiden Markram of South Africa, who scored 136 with ball, he captured 1 for 5 in both the innings, was declared man of the match.
Keep on watching Sports 360 with Ahmed Hamad for latest news, views, and interviews of sports personalities from around the world.